Welcome to the J.F.K. stream. J.F.K. stream. Welcome to the J.F.K. stream. J.F.K. stream. Another day. Another day. As we travel on. As we travel on. One day at a time, one day at a time. Gonna take you up to 39,000 feet. Put your trays up, put your trays up. Sit back, relax, sit back. Gonna take you up to 39,000.
Your Honor, I brought a hat. That was the one I used in my testing. May I put it on and demonstrate something?
Mr. Lessie?
If you would like a sidebar, or I can...
Are you objecting?
Welcome to the J.F.K. stream. J.F.K. stream. Welcome to the J.F.K. stream. J.F.K. stream. Another day. Another day. As we travel on. As we travel on. One day at a time, one day at a time. Gonna take you up to 39,000 feet. Put your trays up, put your trays up. Sit back, relax, sit back. Gonna take you up to 39,000 feet. Put your trays up, put your trays up. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride, Message from the flight deck. Message from the flight deck.
Turbulence in the chat. Turbulence in the chat. Keep the plane rocking. This is your chat. This is your chat, people.
Message from the flight deck.
Turbulence in the chat. Turbulence in the chat.
Message from the flight deck.
Turbulence in the chat. Turbulence in the chat. Keeps the plane rocking. This is your chat. This is your chat, people.
Enjoy the ride. Message from the flight deck. Message from the flight deck.
What up, y'all?
Welcome to the J.F.K. stream. J.F.K. stream. Welcome.
Your Honor, I brought a hat. That was the one I used in my testing. May I put it on and demonstrate something?
Mr. Lessie?
If you would like a sidebar, or I can...
Are you objecting?
I am objecting.
That's sustained. No, you can't.
Your Honor, I brought a hat. That was the one I used in my testing. May I put it on and demonstrate something?
I dropped the hat. What?
Your Honor, I brought a hat. That was the one I used in my testing. May I put it on and demonstrate something?
Mr. Lessie?
If you would like a sidebar, or I can...
Are you objecting?
I am objecting.
That's sustained. No, you can't.
I mean, what are we talking about? Live podcast, meet and greet, 196 Franklin Street, Lynn, Mass, June 9, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Long gamers. Information. If you want the information, hit up the Venmo, Cash App, JFK Show Off, June 9th. Come on down. Come check us out. We're going to be doing a live podcast. What we do here. Basically, what we do here, we're going to have fun. I'm going to talk about the case. We're going to break it down live in front of an audience. Then we're going to party. There's an open bar. Well, excuse me, there's a bar. It's not an open bar. Excuse me, there's a bar. Full bar. Obviously, you got to tip your bartenders and all that. And, yeah, It's a small little place out in the LYNN called Tony's. It's a cool little place, but we're going to make the best of it. We're going to make the best of it. We're going to figure out what's what. We're going to take you up to 39,000 feet. So the question is, who's coming? I don't know.
Welcome to the J.F.K. stream. J.F.K. stream. Welcome to the J.F.K. stream.
I mean, I got to open with what's going on, like I said, on June 9th from 7 p.m. through 10 p.m. Me and James Jackson with special guest Kevy Kev being one of them. Will be in Lynn, Massachusetts on a meet and greet. $30. Hit the Venmo, hit the Cash App. Let us get a head count with that money. Goes through the plane tickets, goes to putting all this together. And we're going to be streaming live. I'm going to set up that live stream soon. So all the people that ain't from that area, not from Massachusetts, can watch it live. Get to know who's in the chat. We're going to be taking questions from the studio audience, from people in the audience. We're going to put it together something nice. It's the first time doing something like this, so bear with us, man. It's turbulence. This is just one of many that's going to start happening. This is what you call a pivot. Everybody does the live streams. That's cool. We're going to be doing a live event, live podcast, get to know everybody. The next one we do after this is going to be a barbecue. Once we see how this turns out, the next move we make is going to be a barbecue, like a back in the day keg party. Probably start at like 4 in the afternoon, 3 in the afternoon on a nice summer day in July, and take it up until about 9 p.m., maybe 10. Stack the bar and have fun at the barbecue, listen to some music, get to meet everybody, eat good, and have a good old time. But we got to see how this one goes first. About to take you up to 39,000 feet. I go by the name of J.F.K. You know how we do it. Yes, yes. What up, Lynn Diaz? Hope you're feeling good. Hope you're feeling good. Again, live podcast, meet and greet, 196 Franklin Street, Lynn, Mass. June 9th, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Long gamers. Of course, the money that we make, depending on what we make, we're going to donate some money to Karen Reed, of course. And that goes without saying. See, I didn't even put it in the flyer or whatever you want to call it, the graphics, because I don't need to say that. You already know that if people populate it and there's money to donate without overhead or whatever, that's what we're going to do. We're not out to be greedy. Definitely donate to something to Karen for sure. Around that time, June 9th, I would think that we would be on the downside of this. I think it would be getting juicy right around that time, depending on how deep they go into the witnesses. We had something like 70 witnesses we were calling that was on the call sheet for witnesses. So I would think right around that time we'll be getting juicy. So hopefully it all lines up right. Hopefully right around that time, Higgins or Big Bad Brian A's on the stand or something like that. And then this happens on that Monday. Be great. Energy will be high. especially when your boy J.F.K, James Jackson, Kevy Kev will be in the building, talking to all the long gamers, kicking it. And it's your chat. It's your show too. When I went to JJ Grimby's, was that how you say it? Nacho night. I like that. And I was just thinking, like, hey, you know what? I got a friend over there on 196 Franklin Street. And I asked her, and she's a free Karen Reed woman. And I said, listen, what's up if we just do a little live podcast over there? You know, we were trying to get a different venue. But I swear, when you mention the name Karen Reed, people assume that it's a bunch of assassins or something. And I'm like, listen, it's funny because one of my guys that has a place, he's friendly with the police, and which is cool. I'm friendly with them too, but they don't know how this free Karen Reed thing goes, right? They think that everybody that's a part of this free Karen Reed is anti-police. And that's the stigma that's attached to it, rightfully so, because we don't like them crooked ass police, and we don't like the Massachusetts State Police grabbing us, telling us we can't have signs and we can't wear a free Karen Reed shirt. We don't like them motherfuckers, but that's what you call corrupt police. So we get the stigma. So when we try to hold something like this and it's attached to the police, people don't know how to take it, the temperature. So they assume it's going to be a bad thing. And I'm like, listen, that's the last thing we are. We're not anti-police. Matter of fact, there's so many police involved in this. Ex-police officers, probation officers, counselors, successful people, mothers, grandmothers, cousins, good people, loving people. I mean, I don't understand. It ain't a bunch of gang members coming through. So I'm like, fuck it, man. You know what? I'm sick of explaining myself to these people, and I mean that with all due respect, because I get it. They're not involved in it, you know. So I'm done trying to explain it. So I had to hit up an old friend. An old friend said, hey, man, yeah, try it over here. See what it's like. I said, all right, I think we'll have fun. I think we'll have fun. And I hope to see everybody there, as much people that can come. And not to mention that stream we'll be doing live at 7 p.m. on June 9th. So whoever's not in the area, out of state, can just tap in with us. If you want to buy a ticket and pass it on to somebody else, I wouldn't say it's like tickets, just come to the door. My man Brad will be at the door. Just say you paid. We'll take your word for it. We know nobody's lying about that. You know what I mean? Basically. And, the Venmos or whatever, it's all receipts. Cash App. I got a PayPal too if you guys need that. But yeah, you know what I mean? And if you don't have the money, if you don't have $30 and you show up, just say you don't have the money. You could come in, It's not a big deal, man. It's not like we're out to fuck anybody like that. So if you don't have it and you're transparent and you drove all the way down, just come to the door and say, hey, I didn't pay. Can I get in? I love JFK. Hey, no problem. Come on through. Not a big fucking deal. This is for the ones that want to donate. And then at the end of the night, we donate to some Karen. We have a good night. We have a fun night. And then we plan on the next event. The next event, a barbecue. Next event, maybe a roller skating event. Maybe a DJing event. Something like that, man. Trying to make a pivot. Because what's the future for the long gamers? I don't know what the future is. I'm just trying to see. I'm trying to make the pivot. Because I know that, just because we're in our 40s, we're in our 30s, or some of us in our 50s, some of us in our 60s, we ain't dead yet. Yeah, we got more birthdays in back of us than we do in front of us. And that's just a unfortunate fact. But that doesn't mean we can't have fun. We can't listen to Stevie B. We can't drink a couple of beers. We can't mix. We can't mingle. We can't eat burgers. We can't roller skate. We can't have some fun. We can't talk some true crime. Right? That doesn't mean we can't have some fun. So I'm trying to tap into that. And if it's something that works, and if it's something that gets populated, and it's something that, ends up becoming something, then that's what we'll do. We'll continue to do it. If not, hey, we're going to try it. And that's what you got to do. When you get an audience, you got to try different things with your audience. A lot of people want to sit behind the desk and they just want to talk shit. They want to sit behind the desk and they want to be, a creator. They want to be an influencer. They want to be the guy, the host. That's cool. I get all that. That's what we are, right? That's what we do when we MC, when we move the crowd, when we take command of the stage. I get it. But see, me, I want to meet everybody. I like hitting the road because I come from the music business. And you put out a record, you put out an album, or you do something like that, you want to go out and perform it. You want to go out and talk to the people, and you want to see who really fucks with you. And then you get an idea of there's 102 people watching right now because there's probably about 5,000 of them watching Turtle Boy. Some of them won't click the button and come over here to watch. But the 102 right here that are watching, them are the people I want to know. I want to know them. I don't care about the 5,000 people that are just watching to hear the gossip or to hear whatever they want to hear or peel me apart. I want to hear from them. Yes, 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 yes. Right. I'm a long gamer. TB cool, but I move with my people. Nah, it's all good. Where'd you go? I'm right here. I'm right here. I didn't go nowhere. I didn't go nowhere. But yeah, something like that. But this guy right here, to swing off that.
Your Honor, I brought a hat. That was the one I used in my testing. May I put it on and demonstrate something?
Mr. Lessie,
If you would like a sidebar, or I can.
are you objecting?
I am objecting.
That's sustained. No.
Your Honor, I brought a hat. That was the one I used in my testing. May I put it on and demonstrate something?
Mr. Lessie,
If you would like a sidebar, or I can.
are you objecting?
I am objecting.
The fact that he said that I got a hat, no question, I'm always here, J.F.K. Cool. You know what I mean? I mean, I get it. It's a lot of people fighting for the top spot. You know what I mean? E-Pags, thank you so much. The City of Sin, thank you so much, 777. E-Pags is coming through. I know that for sure. Hey, JFK, you were amazing. This guy is a clown. I mean, what can we say about this guy? What can we say about him? See, here's the thing. This is what I want to open with, and I want to tell y'all. If you notice, he keeps mentioning the word clipping. He keeps saying clipping, clipping, because the sound bite, right? We all know the sound bite. The sound bite ultimately is going to be the sound bite they're going to push. Now, be clear, people. This is the sound bite. This is the one. This is it. And you got to pay attention to what he was saying. This guy, the expert, he kept saying clipping. So this is the sound bite.
I said, could I have hit him? Did I hit him?
How could that have been? I mean, you dropped him off at the house.
I don't know what else could have been. It was howling wind. I had YouTube blasting on the stereo, and I thought, did he somehow try to flag me down, which was the reaction I was hoping to garner as I slowly pulled away from the house? Did he come out and maybe trip or bend over to pick up his cell phone, and I ran over his foot, and then he passed out drunk? I mean, I didn't think I hit him, but could I have clipped him?
How could that have been? I mean, you dropped him off at the house.
I don't know what else could
How could that have been? I mean, you dropped him off at the house.
I don't know what else could have. It was howling wind. I had YouTube blasting on the stereo, and I thought, did he somehow try to flag me down, which was the reaction I was hoping to garner as I slowly pulled away from the house. Did he come out and maybe trip or bend over to pick up his cell phone, and I ran over his foot, and then he passed out drunk? I mean, I didn't think I hit him, but could I have clipped him? Could I have tagged him in the knee and incapacitated him? Could I have tagged him in the knee and incapacitated him?
Rightfully so, Lauren. See, she also said it on the new documentary too, right? She said the same thing. Could I clip them on the Max? Was it on the Max, Discovery Max? I forget. The last one she did. She said the same thing. But he keeps mentioning the clipping. And he says it. He says it right here. This guy was brought in to make the jury, to convince the jury on video. We're living in a world. What did I tell you guys? We're living in a world of video. Okay? We're in a video generation. Everything's a video. If they see it, then it happened. Right? People fall for the skits. People fall for fake videos all the time on TikTok and everything. The guy saying, "Hey, I found a dog on the side of the road. He's skinny." And, they grab the dog and they make the dog get back to health. And then they say, donate money. And it was his dog the whole time, or a dog he got from the shelter. They play
to a reasonable degree of engineering certainty whether the defendant's Lexus struck Mr. John O'Keefe on January 29, 2022, around 12:32 a.m.
Yes.
And could you share the bases of your opinion before I ask you your ultimate opinion?
Sure. So again, you've seen my slide presentation. I've inspected the Lexus. I've looked at where it wasn't damaged. I've inspected the taillight. I got an exemplar Lexus. I ran lower speed contacts to verify that the injury pattern and location on the arm is consistent with the height and orientation of the taillight. I have looked at fracture tolerance data for falling backwards onto hard surfaces. I've looked at the metrics of where his injuries were and what injuries he didn't sustain. I've looked at the cell phone data, and then I've looked at Miss Reed's interviews as well.
2022, around 12.
The hard surfaces. I've looked at the metrics of where his injuries were and what injuries he didn't sustain. I've looked at the cell phone data, and then I've looked at Miss Reed's interviews.
So basically, this guy comes in, he dresses like John O'Keefe. This guy, he thinks it's fucking Halloween, this guy. That's what he thinks. And people say, well, why'd he dress like him, right? Is that something that could work, dressing like him? Well, it's back to the video generation, right? Of everything on video. Everything's on video. So you got this younger jury that they know about. They already hipped them to it. They already know that's what they're going for, a younger jury. If we can make them look like John O'Keefe, and we could somehow make it look like that's what happened, right? And flip it like that's what happened, and you see it, and you can actually see it happening, even though there's no way that she backed up and hit him and the car kept going, all the stuff he said, because then we know she would have slammed into Higgins's truck. We get all that, but they're leaving all that out. And I know, I get it. We got our defenses coming on, and we're about to put on a show, and we're about to be up next. And I get all that. But as of right now, in this moment of right now, that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to paint the narrative, literally paint the fucking narrative. The guy dressed up as John O'Keefe. Can I put the hat on, Your Honor? Very combative. Literally dressed like him to fool you, to fool the jury to think this is what had to have happened. They don't put Brian Albert on the stand. They don't put Higgins on the stand. No Nicole, no Julie, no Chris Albert, no Caitlin. The other girl that drove Colin home. They don't put Colin on the stand. Think about it. They left a whole bunch of people out. The Greek people are not on the stand. None of that shit. It's like they don't even exist. You know what I mean? And now they're just doing that. Like, nah, look at this right here. Look, this guy, he's a doctor. He did this. And then he goes on to say this. He makes sure he slips this in.
Based on all the evidence you considered, could you share with the jury what your opinion is to a reasonable degree of engineering certainty about whether the defendant's Lexus struck Mr. O'Keefe on January 29, 2022, around 12:32 a.m.
Objection, Your Honor.
Going to remember.
I can answer.
Answer.
Yes, based on the totality of the evidence, DNA, everything I've talked about, that is consistent with that happening with a reasonable degree of scientific certainty. That is what happened.
Objection.
That is what happened.
About that is consistent with that happening with a reasonable degree of scientific certainty. That is what happened.
Objection.
What? What'd you say?
DNA, everything I've talked about, that is consistent with that happening with a reasonable degree of scientific certainty. That is what happened.
That is what happened. You want to talk about the fix is in? I mean, this guy, it gets no better than that. I mean, the fix is totally in. It's insanity. They're really doing everything they can. This guy got paid $300,000, and he really went on to say today that I don't know nothing about that. You don't know nothing about $300K? So wait a minute, how much money do you make? You know what I mean? How much money do you make? $300K? How much money do you make? That's insanity when you really think about it. 300,000. Come on, man. That's some bullshit. Crazy, huh, Kevy Kev?
Crazy. Crazy.
He said just like this, bro.
So I'm gonna
Opinion is to a reasonable degree of engineering certainty about whether the defendant's Lexus struck Mr. O'Keefe on January 29, 2022, around 12:32 a.m.
Objection, Your Honor.
going to remember.
I can answer.
Answer.
Yes, based on the totality of the evidence, DNA, everything I've talked about, that is consistent with that happening with a reasonable degree of scientific certainty.
Yeah.
That is what happened.
Objection. Move to strike, Your
So
Honor.
I'm gonna
DNA?
Yeah, he's saying the DNA from the taillight.
Yeah, but I didn't think there was any DNA. I mean, there was, unknown contributors.
Yep.
Yeah, like you were saying earlier, $300,000+ for 6 months worth of fucking work. For what? So you can act like a fucking bozo up there?
Yep. They're trying to confuse the jury, bro. They're trying to make it seem like nothing else could have happened. They took the whole case out. They're like they didn't think about it. No Nicole, nothing. You know?
Yep.
no Nicole, no Julie, no Chris Albert, no Colin, no Caitlin. Who's Allie McCabe, no Maddie McCabe.
Yeah, I mean they're trying to shelter, they're trying to protect those people, man. It's fucking obvious.
They did protect them. I mean, they're not even there. Now we got to bring them in. You know, it's like they don't even realize, this jury don't even realize that's about to come. Like a whole, what happens then? So you just got to look at it as, okay, you're painting this picture, literally painting this picture. And now it's like, what happens when that drops? I mean, you guys are not even going to be ready for it. You're going to be like, holy shit. Like, if you don't know what's to come, if you're a juror and you never seen this case and you don't know there's this other side, and that's how you got to always look at it. You got to look at it. If these jurors really don't know what's going on and they really never, ever heard about this case or watched the other trial at all, like, was that damaging? You know, was that guy damaging? I mean, the way they're pushing it, the way they're making it seem like there's no other possible way, because they didn't hear the defense yet. But as of right now, you know, now that's what it's the battle, right? Now you're going to hear Acker and still, like Karen said it on the steps, like back up 24 miles per hour and hit something. It's wild, man. It is wild. Rose D making it rain with 5 J.F.K. memberships. Thank you, Rose D. E-Pags, this guy is the VP. We all know CEOs, VPs, executive directors, etc. don't do the work. They're yes, no, sir. For him to have done the analyst and enough for me to call BS, Arca's VP didn't. Absolutely not. You're right. I mean, he knows how much. I mean, $300,000, man. Arca didn't make $300,000. They wanted $22,000 to pull up. You're talking about 300 racks. Look at this guy.
6 feet, half an inch tall. What you see in the upper right is the coroner's examination report for Mr. O'Keefe. He's 73 inches tall. That's 6 feet, 1 inch tall. At this time, I was 220 pounds. Mr. O'Keefe at the time of this incident was 216 pounds.
Now, keep in mind, people, what got Kevin from South Boston to call in? What got him to call in? The reenactment video of me and James Jackson. When we was inside the waterfall, we did the reenactment video to show how small it was in there, right? And that got him shook. They're using the same tactics. They're saying if we can dress him up like John O'Keefe, put the black Lexus there, and the aesthetic is trash. Don't get it twisted. This aesthetic is super trash. They're going to sell it like it's some motion picture shit, but it's trash. They could have did a lot better for $300,000. If they would have called me up and some of my boys with the camera work, they could have got a better reenactment than that. That reenactment was straight trash. But they want to use the certificates, and this guy is a professional. He jumped on the stand and he was ready. He's fighting with these dudes. You know, like, you know, after work, after this is all said and done, you know, these dudes are going out for a drink, man, at the Capitol, you know, what is it? The Capitol Steakhouse? Is that what it's called, where they go out and eat and all that? Capitol Grill. They're going to grab themselves some steaks, man, and they're just talking shit. Like, listen, next time he gets on the stand, you say this, you say that, you say this. Like, very combative, man. Not anybody could do that, you know? So $300K to go on there and sell your soul. Like, this dude's a devil. He's selling his soul. He dressed up like John O'Keefe. He's trying to get emotion. He's trying to sell it, man, and take it all the way home. It's insane.
Yeah.
Like, they're really pushing that narrative.
That pissed them off too. Seeing him dressed like John O'Keefe with the jeans and the you know the two-tone sweatshirt and all that shit. You know. Yeah, I'll tell you. Karen said something on the stairs about that shit. She was pissed.
Yeah.
But you're right. I mean, that's that fuckery that fucking Hank's all about. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna try to make this like this and put these fucking blinders on everybody, so that's all they're focused in on. Yep. Then he's gonna fucking play a clip. And that's the other thing the guy mentioned. He kept mentioning these clips. Oh well, you know, with the soundbite clips, and you know the evidence here and the evidence here, and he kept saying that shit. You know, he was definitely fucking groomed by fucking Hank.
Natalie D. Boots on the ground with some long gamers yesterday. Great day. Best part was watching Hank walk by with police on a bicycle escort at lunch. Good night, all. Good night, girl. Thank you so much. Yeah. Scared to death. He sold his soul, this guy. Look at this dude. Look at the stuff he's saying. There's no way this dude believes this shit.
So I took measurements of myself. I'm actually wearing the same make and size shoes as Mr. O'Keefe, the same brand of jeans as Mr. O'Keefe, the same brand and size shirt of Mr. O'Keefe. You see the Lexus in the background. We have matched the height to the Lexus. What I'm showing here is both my height, and then keep in mind where the height of this wing is relative to my right eye. So now I'm wearing, in addition to the same shirt and shoes, same type of sweatshirt, and actually the same kind of baseball hat. We tried to determine the exact glass from the waterfall grill. Found out they were getting different ones at different times, but I ordered my glass from the same distributor that Waterfall Grill ordered their glasses from.
R.I.P.
So you can see in my right hand here, I have a glass. Here's a glass. It looks similar. It's from the same location. And then in the lower right photograph, what I've done is I've rolled up my sleeve, taken the sweatshirt off, and I'm going to look at how this contact pattern lines up. So the first set of slides, I'm simply standing next to the Lexus. We know we have a broken taillight. We know how scratches on Mr. O'Keefe's arm. I'm seeing how those may or may not relate to the height and position of the taillight.
Dr. Welcher, if you could back up one slide, I have a question for you. In the middle photograph, at the top of the Lexus, there's like a rim. What do you call that?
I call it a wind wing.
A wind wing.
A wing.
Okay, thank you.
Air dam would be another.
Shut up.
Clown.
Okay.
You are a clown. A clown. You are a clown. A clown.
Actually sideways into the Lexus. What I've done is
You
I've
are a
painted.
clown. A clown.
It's called grease paint.
This dude really
And
painted
sort of
that
like
shit.
paint, but it doesn't dry. And then I have
Grease paint.
backed up sideways, side shuffled into the Lexus with my arm out. See what the damage pattern
You
looks
ran
like.
into the
Or
fucking
basically
truck.
where someone of Mr. O'Keefe's height's arm
ran into
would
it.
contact the rear tail light.
This guy's really dressed
So
like.
then what you see is I've
Yeah.
shown the photographs again. I show the paint transfer onto my arm.
Look, you notice how he's got John's laying down. He's got the dog bites right there. Listen, my man. Listen, bro. You really dressed up like John O'Keefe to try to get a pop from the jury. You want to put it in their head that, and you keep selling the clips. You keep saying this. You keep saying, I watched the clips when she said this. I clipped them. So this is what happened.
Ran over
So
his foot, and then he passed out drunk. I mean, I didn't think I hit him, but could I have clipped?
You see what I'm saying? So they're going to take that, right? When it's all said and done. So keep in mind, remember I'm saying this now, people, right? My replay crew, I love you too. I know you're probably watching Turtle Boy right now. So when you come back tomorrow and you watch JFK, make sure the super thanks will be open too. Hit me with a super thanks or come see me in Lynn. Venmos 24/7. Hit me up because what I'm about to say is worth something. Remember when I say this, when this is done, after he's done with the cross, Hank's going to bring him back on direct and they're going to end it with that soundbite or something like that. They're going to play that clipped soundbite again. It might not necessarily be that one because he said it like in 3 different ones, but they're going to play the clip soundbite or another soundbite similar to that she could have hit him and clipped him. And that's what it's all about. Look what she said. I could have clipped him. And look what happens when you get clipped. And look what this guy said. And like I said, it's going to be a whole other case. It's going to be a whole other, like these people don't even know what's coming to them. Like this jury has no idea. It's going to be a whole other case. You brought the donuts. Are they bringing that in? Chris Albert, Colin, throwing phones, SIM cards getting broken, making love to my wife, sirens, dogs didn't come out. I left at 1 a.m., but I really left at 1:30. Caitlin, Tristan, I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, are they going in that direction? Like, what do they do? I think Hank put him in a position where it's like,
I think they're gonna JFK. I think they're gonna call them, but I really think, I really think that like with it, they're playing a fucking, they're playing their cards because Alessi, in my eyes, is a very, very, very medically well educated in that medical field, and I think they're trying to like have him shut it down, like prove that John O'Keefe, the injuries to John O'Keefe couldn't have been made by getting hit by a car. So entail a car did not hit John O'Keefe. And and they're doing a damn good job. I mean, that Alessi he amazes me, man. I'll tell you.
TV told his chat they'll stay because they got nothing better to do after flipping about people letting him know his Wi-Fi trouble. I'm here. I definitely had something better to be. It's all good, Renee. Shout out Turtle Boy, man. Turtle Boy, what up, man?
Yeah, what up?
Hey, man. The thing is with this Wi-Fi StreamYard, man, sometimes it's crazy. You try to put together a show and the internet don't agree with you, and it happens, and you gotta navigate through it,
Yep.
Yep. But yeah, I figured I'd go live because I'm excited about this Kevy Kev. You know what I mean? Right here in our hometown. You know what we're about. We're about to be a live podcast, a meet and greet with your boys. Kevy Kev is going to be in the building. You can meet Kevy Kev.
Yep. Hell yeah. I'd like to see all you people, all you long gamers, man, try to make it happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's going to be a good night, man. We're going to do this live podcast just like we're doing now, man. And we're going to go right through all the characters and we're going to break down everybody. And we're going to talk a little bit about everybody. And we're going to do like a superset, so to speak, of all the characters involved and try to talk about everything in as much as we can in a short time. But it's going to be a good time, man. I hope to see everybody there for sure.
Great night. Great night.
Guys, I feel so scared. It's impacting my life heavily. In general, I'm going through a rough time personally, and I pray for Karen all the time. Free Karen Reed. I rep Free Karen Reed, NJ chapter. Laugh out loud. KDK.
What up, KDK?
June 9th, want to see everything for sure. Sean D's in the house for sure. 81 for life. Do you know who has it? 81 for life. Do you know who has it? 81 for life. I mean, we know what 81 stands for, but do we know who has it? 81 for I think she's talking to 81 for life. There's a dude 81 for life in here. My bad. I'm sorry. I thought she was talking to us. 81 for life. The judge ruled the cops violated Erica Walsh's First Amendment. Okay. Yes, he outright insulted the me. Unbelievable. Well,
the ME, medical examiner.
Okay. I'm trying my best here. Thank you, Kevy Kev. 6th man of the year.
I can see those chats popping up. I wish I got to get my laptop and shit set up so I can have that side shit scrolling and shit to help you out, man. Answer some shit.
But so
working.
They're trying to paint this picture that that's the only thing that could have happened. And what happens when they play the waterfall video and you got Higgins on the stand and all that, like they're gonna be totally like this shit is wild, man. The fact that he left all that out. I mean, when
Yeah.
you really think about it, he left all that out.
You know, I think like in the jurors' heads, it's gonna be like your rewind button. Bam! It's just gonna bring them right back there, and that's what needs to happen. That's what needs to happen. That shit got to be rewound. You know, for that initial 45 minutes to an hour before this shit goes down.
The thing is, right, just to give it an overall look, right? Now, keep in mind, we're not speaking. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know their game plan. But if we could assume, right, they're giving an over 360-degree view of it right now, just like an overall look at it. Do you think, based on what we know they can present, you know, the Higgins, the third-party culprit, and all the stuff that they can bring in, do you think that outweighs what they just did? Because we already know what the prosecution did. Do you think that we got a stronger case? And do you think do they believe it? Do they believe this guy or do they believe us? I know it's way too early to say that, but I'm just saying, if you was a gambling man, what do you think?
Well, I'm gonna answer. I'm gonna shout out on something. I think that I don't think that we can really. I don't think Aperture can compare to the defense's experts for ACA. And the reason why I say that is that the federal government hired ACA. You know, I mean,
Right.
they could have. This guy's talking about how they have, offices in Florida, offices in there's four main offices for Aperture. I mean, if they were that good, the fucking feds would have had them.
Right. Right. That's a good point. That's a real good point. This guy's crazy, man. Look at this guy.
Arm, the yellow grease paint on my hand.
He wants to be in the movie.
Was to show where my hand
he wants to be in the movie, Kevin.
And so just kind of me walking slowly sideways into it, the approximate location of the taillight, and I'll line it up with the broken taillight in a second.
You're wrong.
Lines up with the approximate location of the lacerations.
Appreciate the things that you two do, you and James, right?
Dr. let me ask
They're
you a question.
decorated
When
dudes.
you're engaged in demonstration, do you think that something might show exactly how
No. So we don't know exactly how he was struck. And pedestrian impacts are extremely sensitive to exact angles. And so where exactly your foot is, whether your foot's off the ground, can have an effect on where you end up after that. We just don't have enough information in this case to determine all that information. We know the taillight was broken. We know the glass was broken. We know we have damage to the rear of the Lexus. We know we have lacerations in Mr. O'Keefe's arm. So I'm trying to see if there's any correlation between all those.
Well, can body posture on a clip or a side swipe collision change the trajectory or the injury?
Of course.
Can the way somebody moves?
You see how they keep saying the clip, the clip,
Yeah.
the clip, the clip, the clip. They're putting in their head that she admitted to it. They're gonna bring that back in summation. The clip. She clipped them. That's what happened. Do you believe that or do you believe this? So if you was a gambling man, back to that question. I know you said that if they was as good as Acker, they would have got paid by the feds. But if you was a gambling man, right now, honestly, like I'm just being real. If you was a gambling man, would you put your money on believing? I know it's hard to say. It's real hard for us to say. I'm pretty sure it's hard for everybody to say right now because you don't want to sound like a sellout. Cynthia Lynch, this guy was banging his chest. Clown. Yeah, he is a clown. But
Yeah.
think about it. When we put on our case, do they believe our case? I mean, reasonable doubt, regardless, reasonable doubt. No matter what, it's reasonable doubt. She should get found not guilty by reasonable doubt. So I'm just saying, what do you believe, though? Like, they could still find her guilty, say there's too much not guilty because of too much reasonable doubt. But do they believe us? Do they believe that happened? Are they going to believe like we believe? Like everybody, all the long gamers, all the TB riders, all the Glaric people, all the jerks, everybody. We totally believe we know what happened, right? We know. Are they going to know that, though, at the end of it all? Are they going to know that? Are they going to still think that possibly she could have clipped them? Are they doing a good job to put that in their head? Is this working? I'm just saying, if you could if you can't answer it, that's cool. Because I'm trying to figure it out, because I've been watching court TV, and some of these people are saying there was a Superior Court judge that was on one of these shows, and he was saying the guy was doing a wonderful job. And I'm just like, yeah, but I can't see it. But then again, I'm biased because I've seen the other trial.
Yeah, we see that's a big problem for a lot of us. We got these expectations of what we've already seen, hoping they're going to come back around. But as we're seeing right now, I mean, they're trying to change that shit up, and they're doing it. You know. I feel as though that the defense should bring in these people these key people. Because I mean, not for nothing, but what do you think we're all thinking? We're all thinking that this is a joke. We already know.
At times, I am worried at his testimony, but he is inconsistent. You are right in some sense, but there is still doubt.
They ended up buying that
Lexus.
Yeah.
And he's going to sell it and flip it. He wasn't looking at the lacerations on John not adding up to prosecution's theory. I mean, he's hitting the arm with the shirt off. Hit the arm with the shirt on. How they get rips in the arm? You're telling me the tail light, it had that much time for the tail light to explode and make rips, little holes? Isn't it more that a dog bit through it?
Yeah, but see, and it all comes back sometimes to me about that this taillight didn't explode.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I got a bed to a truck right over here on the other side of this fence. If I go and smash that shit with a hammer,
it's not going to
the
explode.
taillight, it's not going to explode.
No.
I mean, I could take a bat and whack that taillight.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to explode. It's going to cave in.
Yeah. And that's the crazy part. They're going to paint the picture like it exploded.
I mean, that's how you're going to get these shards that are going to come out. You know?
Right. I agree. Look at this guy. This guy thinks he's running the fucking show, though. Didn't he?
Moves or reacts before impact change it?
Objection, Your Honor.
Sustained.
What are other things that can change the trajectory of the person and the injuries?
So, for example, if you get hit and knocked off balance or clipped and knocked off balance, you can take additional steps. That'll affect how far your body.
I'm telling you, man. I'm fucking telling you. They keep using that one word. Clipped. Oh, man. Remember when I told you this? They're going to play the sound bite. After this, before this dude gets off the stand and they rest their case, they're going to play a sound bite with the word clip in it. Best believe that. Because that's going to be what they want in that jury's head, that she clipped them. And that's all this dude's here to do, to paint the picture that he got clipped and she did it. It's crazy.
Body travels. If you have 1 foot on the ground versus the other foot on the ground, affects how the body rotates. If your arm is at 90 degrees or 85 degrees, will affect the kinematics. We attempted to model different possibilities. We're getting results that were all over the map. Small changes in the pedestrian position give you huge change in the output. And so from the tech stream data, we don't know exactly when in the tech stream data he was hit. So we don't even know the exact impact speed. In most pedestrian reconstructions, you typically have a point where the impact occurred, like where the person was, like in the crosswalk, for example, and they get hit and their tire leaves a rubber scrub. That's called the area of impact or point of impact. You then can look at how far they were thrown and using some laws of physics, calculate how fast the car had to be going. Well, we don't have that in this case. We don't know exactly where Mr. O'Keefe was on.
You're killing me right now, bro. Lost in space. Let's go, people.
Go ahead and have a ball, you piece of shit. You're making up lies, man. I don't even know what the hell you're even on. I can't even believe this. I can't even believe that this guy put paint on his arm. Laura Pike said, wait for us. I mean, we are here. We know what's coming. We know. But the clip part, the words, the sound bites, the way they're going to add them all up. Karen Reed's coming out on the stairs. She's very confident, talking. I mean, if you didn't know any better and you just clicked on the TV and see Karen Reed on the stairs, you wouldn't think that she was the one being accused of this. You would think she was the fucking lawyer.
Yeah. You know, she was doing some footwork today, too. She had a little binder with some sticky notes and shit. She was all over that shit.
What you say? She had what?
She had a little binder with some sticky notes, bro.
Welcome to Death Row.
Sticky what? What the fuck? Ain't nothing sticking over here.
Hey.
Calm the fuck down, son. God damn, you lost in space, man. Oh man, Kevin, you gotta get us kissed.
Shit. God damn.
Yeah, man, she definitely is working too, for real.
She is. She is, man. You know, she's invested, bro.
Invested.
You know, and that's the other thing, you know, that you know, when we see the shit that's being said in the courtroom, I mean, this guy was cocky as a motherfucker.
Oh yeah.
You know, I mean, he was answering shit before unless he could even finish his shit. You know, you could tell he was. I mean, it looked like the dude was taking notes and writing
he was.
during
Yeah.
the.
He was. You're right.
You know, I mean, this kind of shit, you know, is there's a woman's life on the line here.
He doesn't give two fucks, bro. All
He
he
don't
cares.
two fucks.
All he cares about is 300K, bro. That's all he cares about, bro.
Yep.
That's all he
Fuck.
cares about. 300K, that 300,000 that he said he has no idea about.
What you see is if you fall backwards and land on a very hard surface or hard surface, you'll get extremely high loads on the head.
Extremely high.
Look at him.
If you compare that to data in the science, yeah.
Look at this dude holding the dude by the
sure.
ass.
This
Why
chart
do you
up
got
here-
the Why do you got the dummy by the ass, bro?
Right.
God
Yo.
damn, bro.
Absolutely. So this is actually kind of a famous study that was published, one of the first studies looking at head fracture or skull fracture tolerances. So what you see, the portion at the back of your skull is called the occiput bone.
What?
So that bone, if you put your hand on the back of your head, is your occiput. So we're looking at occiput impacts. And what you can see is that when
This
they
guy
took
is
cadaver
crazy.
skulls and dropped them from as low as 40 inches onto a hard surface,
We're working too.
they were getting.
I mean, my man had to run across 3 lanes. We're working.
You wrong.
It's called a
You
stellate
wrong.
fracture.
You wrong.
Stellate means
You wrong.
starlight.
You
get
wrong.
a fracture that goes out like a star. So even at a 40-inch drop height, you have sufficient force when landing on a hard surface to cause skull fracture and a level 3 type skull fracture.
A level 3.
So
Perfect words for
Mr.
you, buddy.
O'Keefe, again, is 73 inches tall. His occiput is about 4.6 inches down from the top of his skull. That means it would fall a total of about
That's right, fun
60
size.
or 73 minus 5 would be 68. So just under 6 feet. So 72, 4 inches under, so 5 foot, 8 inches is the fall height. What is data showing that even at a fall height as low as 40 inches onto a hard surface,
Ask you your ultimate opinion.
sure. So again, you've seen my.
Look at this dude. What's this?
The defendant's Lexus collided with Mr. John O'Keefe on the evening of January 29, 2022, around 12:32 a.m.
Yes.
Before you give me your opinion, I'd like you to share with the jury what that opinion is based on.
Sure. So it's based on the 130 slides you've seen, based on my personal inspection of the Lexus, the correlation of the text stream data with the infotainment data, as well as
He goes down the line and they cut him off, right? But he still got it in. This shouldn't even have been in, everything he says right here.
Mr. O'Keefe's cell phone data. It's looking at, I guess, where the taillight wasn't broken. It's looking at the physical evidence at the scene in terms of taillight fragments, glass fragments, red color in the snow.
This dude's basically a narrator of what happened for their side. He's basically like he's third party talking. Like, so basically he's talking like let me parallel it to this. Me and you own a landscaping business. I go inside a place and it's got a huge front lawn to it. I go in and they know that you're the landscaper. But when I go in there, I start talking about how good you are at landscaping to the guy. I'm like, hey, my man Kev over there, right there, best landscaper there is, man. Got 5 trucks, got the best tools, got the best lawnmowers, own the lawnmower business, everything serviced, blades nice and sharp, man. Man, he'll make your lawn look like $1 million. He is the guy. And then hearing it from me might get you the deal. So that's all he is. He's that third party talker to try to put over the Commonwealth. Listen to him.
We have the cell phone data.
And he's fucking reading it. He's not supposed to be reading it.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So he's reading it on his paper and he's reading it. Then they stop him and say why he's reading it. And he's reading everything. It's all an assassination. He shouldn't be this comfortable up on the fucking stand.
No.
The location and position of the arm lacerations, the air temperature,
going right down
at
the line.
time indicative of sufficient to freeze.
Everything. Listen to everything.
The location of the fracture on the back of his head relative to the scientific literature. My testing of forces available falling onto a hard surface. Published science on the fracture forces associated with falls.
Wait for it. What's this?
And I'm sorry, I'm reading from my report. I'm reading from my report.
Can you answer without reading from your report?
Probably it's more complete if I read my report.
Oh, you fucking.
I do on this question, Your Honor, reading from a report for this question. So I'm going to bring some data.
They shouldn't even have let that in. He shouldn't have been able to even read, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should already know why. Why did you have to go through every single detail of the evidence that the Commonwealth has against her? You know what I'm saying? Why'd you have to do that?
It's not like they had a year to from the last trial. This motherfucker's been working on it. But he's changing shit today in the trial.
Yeah. It's wild, man. This guy is a wild boy, isn't he?
Yo, you ever Google his name and shit?
Nah, have you?
Yeah, Google his name. Dude's a bozo. Fucking multi-million-dollar fucking bozo, bro.
I want to see conflicts out.
Look at him.
Interviews as well.
Based on all the
I've looked at the cell phone data, and then I've looked at Miss Reed's interviews as well.
That's that third party talk. So he's telling the jury, listen, when you hear these sound bites in these interviews, it coincides with everything she says. So I seen the interviews and then I did a study on it. I did all this and everything she said in the interview was a confession because everything matched up. So her words and everything I said matches up. So she didn't say that because she was doing a process of elimination. She said that because that was a confession. That's crazy, man. That's like, you want to talk about a fucking railroad from Forest Hills to Oak Grove. That's insanity.
This lady's life's on the line.
He kissed. Dude, he leaves. He goes to the Capitol Grill. Him and the Sharon. He's gonna be on the stand again tomorrow. So, quick question: do you think Alessi was the right man for the job, or do you think James Jackson? In hindsight, if we could rewind and redo his testimony, would you put Alessi back on him, or would you put Jackson on him? If you knew he was gonna act like this,
I think Alessi. He's good, dude. I mean, Jackson's good. Don't get me wrong. Jackson's good.
but I'm asking you a question right now. If you could redo his testimony, and they said we can redo it, everybody in the chat, if you could redo this testimony right now, they say, okay, we can redo it all. Knowing he was going to act like the scumbag that he did, would you put Jackson on him or Alessi? Alessi handled himself cool and calm. I haven't watched all of it. I'm like only at lunch. Alessi. No, Def keeping Alessi. Alessi has a medical background.
Yeah,
Cool.
let's see.
J.F.K.
Good.
sure, maybe the closer, but Aperture is going to be sued off the map because of cases lost from the Burgess Shannon past testimonies. Yep. Alessi. Well, everybody's saying Alessi, man. Alessi is very popular, huh?
Well, his background, JFK, is that he, you know, from my understanding, he fights like hospital cases. He fights, you know, malpractice.
BG from South B.
You know, motherfucking licensed. Yeah, I think he's a licensed doctor that can, you know, write prescriptions and shit.
Joanna said Alessi because of his medical knowledge. Yeah.
Yeah.
AJ got some shit though, right?
Oh,
AJ got AJ, I mean, the thing about these guys, they're so smart, right? You know, like these dudes, like in a weekend, can like kind of get the gist of shit. You know what I mean?
and hey, I mean, let's not get it wrong, too. Fucking Yanetti's no joke either. I don't know if you remember that case from years back with that kid from New Hampshire.
Hold on 1 second. The crafty councilwoman said there is a picture on X tonight showing his watch lit up and a text message on it. I bet Hank was texting him. He looked down a lot taking notes. I bet you too. So I'm saying the fix is in. Like you can't just say, "Oh, that's exactly what happened," and I'm on my computer and you know, and then you're reading all the notes and you're going down. Like you're saying based on what they found, tail lights, this and that. Nah, it's not about what they found. It's what you found, bro. It's about what you came up with, not what they allegedly came up with. So you basically what you're saying, no matter, and I hope the jury sees this. You're just catering to them. You're saying, all right, this is what you're saying happened. All right, I'll make it look like it happened. That's all you did. I'll show you how it happened. I'll make it look like it happened. Third party talk. I'll dress up like John O'Keefe. You made a fucking fool out of yourself, my man. This ain't gonna age well. Back to what I always say. This is the biggest shit show on the fucking planet that we are witnessing. Welcome to the shit show. Feel free to headline. They nodding on the red line. Mom by the bedside. Like, yo, god damn, this is a shit show. And listen, Peggy, Paul, you know this is a shit show. You're watching this too. You want to change the channel. This is insane. They're doing everything in their power to make it seem like this happened. How? How does he keep backing up at 24 miles per hour without hitting Higgins' truck? How did nobody see it when everybody said they were looking out the window? You're leaving a big part out. Regardless if Karen, disclaimer, regardless if Karen gets found guilty or not, right? Over this bullshit. And listen, I don't want to put that out there. That still doesn't take away from the fact that he got done fucking dirty. And he even got done even more dirty because they brought this clown in.
Yeah.
Dressing and this clown is just as dirty as them. Dressing up like him and totally acting like
mocking him.
Yeah. Acting like this didn't happen right here. Acting like there's a guy. He goes by the name of Kevin from South Boston. He did John dirty. Right, Kev? He did him dirty.
What's in store? Open up the door. In the back of my mind, I'm still overseas. A burden.
Hey, asshole! That's who you were dressing up like.
Don't believe the hype. Yeah. Don't believe the hype. Yeah. Don't believe the hype.
Disclaimers. John O'Keefe, they're making a mockery out of your death. They got you dressed. This guy's dressing like you. He got blue paint all over his arm. Forgot to leave the pot when you got attacked by a German Shepherd. Trying to kick that German Shepherd off you as you're getting punched in the face by bullies. as they snuck up behind you and smashed you with a weight or something heavy. This guy's on the stand acting like your death should go unsolved. Because if Karen gets found guilty, disclaimer, because if Karen gets found guilty, this is a disclaimer, your murder will be unsolved. Disclaimer, John O'Keefe been in the dirt for 40 months. 40 months, did you know that? Expert? What's your expert opinion about that when you've been in the dirt 40 months? Huh? 40 months.
Yeah. How many seconds are in 40 months?
Yeah, how about that, you piece of shit?
Fuck you.
What'd you think of Higgins on the J.F.K. show last night? Did you guys hear Higgins? He said he's a decorated dude.
We love you. Hey man, what's up, guys? Kevin from South Boston.
But I'm so blue. I'd like to mean it when I say I'm over you, but it's still not true. And I'm still so blue. I thought we were the same, birds of a feather. Now I'm ashamed I told you a lie. Désolé mon amour, I'm trying my best. Don't know what's in store. Open up the door in the back of my mind. I'm still overseas, a bird in a cage. Thought you were made for me. Still not true. Cage, thought you were made for me.
He said he's a decorated dude.
We love you.
R.I.P. Officer John O'Keefe.
R.I.P.
I said R.I.P. Officer John O'Keefe.
R.I.P.
Your Honor, I brought
Officer
a hat.
John.
That was the one I used in my testing. May I put it on and demonstrate something?
Nah, you can't put on that fucking hat. You ain't John O'Keefe. John O'Keefe ain't here no more. He got done dirty by a cat named Kevin from South Boston and Big Bad Brian A. You're not in fucking reality. You're not living in reality. You're in outer space, my dude. You're a real piece of shit. Point blank period. R.I.P. Officer John O'Keefe. You know, they say that we forgot about Officer John O'Keefe. They dressed up like him. Even got the Lexus, even got the cocktail glass. They did all that, but they forgot one fucking thing. They forgot one thing. The shit they're reenacting didn't happen. R.I.P. Officer John O'Keefe.
What'd you think of Higgins on the J.F.K. show last night? Did you guys hear Higgins? He said he's a decorated dude.
We love you. Hey man, what's up, guys? Kevin from South Boston.
You
That was the one I used in my testing. May I put it on and demonstrate something?
This fucking guy, he really asked a judge in open court, can I put on the hat? What do you think, you're J.F.K.? The hat ain't coming off, man. I can only wear hats in court, you scumbag. Let's take it up to 39,000.
JFK
lost
stream.
its space, yo. Fuck
Welcome
out
to
of
the
here.
JFK stream. JFK stream. Another day. Another day. As we travel on. As we travel on. One day at a time. One day at a time. Gonna take you up to. Gonna take you up to 39,000 feet. Put your trays up. Put your trays up.
Status selected.
Damn, Kevin Kev. How we feeling out there, chat? Might check to the guards.
Relax, Kelly.
We could never, ever forget what really happened. They left the whole pot out, man. And that guy got no problem with doing it. It's not going to age well. What's his name again, Kevin Kev? Speak his name. The guy, the expert. What's his real name and all that?
What? Judson. Trying to think of it.
What's his name? I'm sure someone will say it in here.
Judson. Trying to think of his last name. Judson Bozo.
Welcher.
Yeah.
Welcher. Welcher's great. Cheese, egg, and Welcher's great. Conversate for a few, because in a few we can't do. Ah, Welch's! Hold on a minute! You gotta throw that shit off the fucking fence, though! Throw that! Get the fuck out of it! Throw that back in space! God damn, Welch is invading the chat! Nah, you can't put the hat on!
That was the one I used in my testing. May I put it on?
Nah, you can't put that on. The fuck out of here! You can't put the hat on, Welch is great. God damn it, James. Damn, Kevin, shit. That's right, June 9th. June 9th. June 9th, ladies and gentlemen. June 9th. June 9th, live podcast, meet and greet, 196 Franklin Street, Lynn, Mass, 01904. June 9th, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Long gamers. It's 196 Franklin Street, Lynn, Mass, Tony's Pub. You're going to see Kevy Kev, JFK, and the one, the only, James Jackson, for sure. Nah, man, you can't wear that hat, though.
Hat. That was the one I used in my testing. May I put it on and demonstrate something?
With the baby blankets. With the baby blanket. Maybe he should have seen the baby blankets.
What kind of conversation do you have with her then?
What's going on?
There's a guy unresponsive in
There's a guy unresponsive in the snow. One.
the snow. 34 Fairview Road in Canton, Mass. There's a man passed out in the snow.
Two, there's a man passed out in the snow. Did we forget about that? Did we forget about the guy and the man? What happened to John O'Keefe?
Yeah.
They say that we lost focus of John O'Keefe. Tell me where I'm wrong on this. You guys lost focus of John O'Keefe. Your focus became guilty. That's it.
Aaron Reed.
You don't give a shit. You don't give a shit about John. 40 months he's been in the grave. What do you care about? You don't care about that? You forget about this?
Hit the heel toe, hit the heel toe, hit the heel toe, let's go, let's go. Hit the heel toe, hit the heel toe, hit the heel toe, let's go, let's go.
Did you forget about this?
Where are the blankets? I don't see blankets carried.
because I was having Jen get the baby blankets.
See, J.F.K says she didn't see the blankets, but she seen a big house in front of her. That was her sister's house with Big Bad Brian A., who's a cop, who didn't come outside. That could have got blankets, could have got a tent, could have got heaters, guns, grenades, whatever the fuck you wanted, a dog, a car, whatever you wanted, good help. I don't know, whatever's in there. But she didn't go in there. No. She was looking, where's the blankets? Not the blankets, the baby blankets. You know, the ones that just cover the arm. You know, you should have did a test on that. How much can a baby blanket cover you? Since you're such an engineer, would that cover just the elbow part of the arm, that part of the limb? Because that's all it's going to cover. Did you forget about that? Did you forget when she called 911? She said that the man and the guy, the man and the guy and the man. Did you forget about Matty M on the backup? When he sent the text message and he said, hey, if she cops out to this, the day later, the day this happened, or a day later, I think it was the day, if she cops out, this will go away. If not, it will be an episode. You know, there was a group chat. Never once in the group chat did they ever say, damn, I feel bad for the mother. I feel bad for the kids. I feel bad what happened to John. Oh, by the way, 2 people were in the house that day. I mean, it was more than 2 people. There was 5, 6 people all there that morning talking about this case amongst each other, which is conflict of interest. We already know all that. We get that. But the 2 main guys, one of them, Big Bad Brian A. Tough guy, Big Bad Brian A. And the other guy, Kevin from South Boston. Hi, Kevin. I know you ain't watching Turtle Boy. You're watching us. So here's the thing, my dude. You guys were there that morning. You didn't go outside on the lawn and try to figure out what happened. This fucking engineer's grabbing dummies, painting, dressing up like John O'Keefe. You guys were there that fucking morning. You didn't go out on the lawn and see what was going on. You didn't find a hat, a sneaker, and 48 pieces of tail light that was there to 5 o'clock that day. You guys just said, oh, it just happened. A cop died on the lawn. I'm going home. I'm going back to the police station. I'm going back to sleep. You guys didn't go outside, drink a beer, smoke a blunt, hit a nip. I don't know what your vices, man. Sniff some more coke, some Adderall, a Clozapine. I don't give a fuck what you do. That's your business. You didn't go out there on the lawn and be investigators, 2 decorated dudes. Isn't that what you are, Higgins? You're a decorated dude? Are we going to forget about that? You know, I'm working over here, too.
Yeah. I mean, my man had to run across 3 lanes. We're working too. Yeah.
I mean,
you wrong.
What?
You wrong. You
nah,
wrong.
I'm not wrong, Higgins.
I appreciate
You're
the things
what?
that you 2 do, you and James, right? They're
You said
decorated
this.
dudes. They're decorated dudes.
So they're decorated dudes. There was a man down on 34 Fairview on the fucking lawn the morning of. You 2 dudes didn't go outside because Krowski, common sense would dictate 2 police officers, one being an ATF and one being a detective for the Boston police. And a Boston police officer was found dead on his lawn who they were with the night before, would go out on that front lawn and figure out what the fuck happened. And they would have found 42 pieces of taillight, and they would have found the sneaker, and they would have found the hat. Wouldn't they? This fucking engineer's dropping dummies, putting hats on. Can I wear the hat? Can I wear the hat? Can I?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Your Honor, I brought a hat. That was the one I used in my testing. May I put it on and demonstrate something?
Fuck out of here, man. You guys are lost in space, man. Fuck out.
Static selector.
Kevin, man, what up?
I'm right there with you, man. It's a fucking shit show. You know, I feel like they're mocking John myself. whenever I seen that dude dressed up like that.
Fancy fact finder. A content creator said because you replay the video over and over, it was like you threw a rock in a pack of wild dogs and hit BH. He had a call. Yeah. I think it was more so the reenactment video, Fancy fact finder. And it was a guy named Seaside too. There was a couple of reasons why that happened. That's what I think. I mean, but then again, it could just because of I play it over and over again because that's what happened. It's not what this guy did. It's not throwing dummies on. It's not throwing dummies on the ground. It's not putting paint on fucking LX 570s. It's not that. And Microdots did a video playing the engine, like the engine revving up. I've been disclaimer, but I've been doing the engine revving up. We broke down the horsepower. It was like 409 horsepower.
Yeah.
And we said there's no way you wouldn't hear that truck going in reverse because reverse is only one gear. It doesn't switch gears. So the shit's going to be high revving. If you're gunning that shit at 24 miles per hour, you're going to probably redline that at like 4 or 5 RPMs. And that big ass V8 is going to be smoking down the street. So, I mean, if you're looking out the window, there's no way you're not going to hear it. And by the way, Nagel would have seen it. So nothing adds up. That's not what happened.
Yeah.
We've been saying this. We've been saying this. I mean, everybody's been saying it. But now you got this engineer trying to say, no, it doesn't matter what you guys say. This is what happened. And that's crazy.
No, when you think about the Nagel situation, I mean, he's saying that he pulls up behind the car. He's behind Karen. He don't see anybody in the passenger seat.
Nope.
And if he's rolling up to her, he would have seen somebody laying there. He had another person in the truck. Someone come up to his truck. You know what I'm saying? Just, you're right. I mean, that theory is just.
Well, here's another thing. Let's just throw this back out there. I always say that it's possible that Karen Reed might have not remembered everything that night. In that moment, she might have not remembered. Disclaimer. I'm not saying that she doesn't remember now because things come back to you. That's how life works. And it's spooky. And, we had Jimmy up here one day. We had a great stream. It was last week at this time. Me, you, and Jimmy, we kicked it. Maybe Jimmy will show up that night.
Oh, Jimmy, yeah.
Another surprise guest.
I seen him today, actually.
So the point is, Jimmy said maybe she wanted to remember it. But here's the thing how you know Karen's not a liar. If Karen was a liar and was trying to make this so she could get out of it because she did it, right? Which we know she didn't do it. But the point is, if she was lying about anything, wouldn't she lie and say that she seen Nagel? She never said she seen Nagel. You know what I mean? She could, at this point, she could say, hey, man, what do you mean? I was sitting in my car like this, right? And I looked over and there was Nagel. He seen me, I seen him. He testified to it because Nagel's on her side, right? So to speak. But she still doesn't say that because maybe she doesn't remember that. Maybe she was legit looking down at her phone, listening to you two, and she didn't even notice the dude drive by. So she could lie at this point because and she could get away with it. A criminal would do that. Someone who was trying to lie would do that. She doesn't do that. So Krowski, Gary Z, Hank B, Krowski Sr. Common sense would dictate, motherfuckers, that she's telling the truth, right? When you break it down like that. Do you guys want to have a discussion? What do you want to drink? You want to go to Starbucks? You want to get the oatmeal espresso? Huh? The shaken? What do you want? You want that? It's about 400 calories, Krowski. You can use it. I seen you shave your beard off. You know what you need to do? You need to grow that shit back. But listen, buddy, you need to calm the fuck down. That's what you need to do. Did Gary Z hit you on the Corey links this morning? Do you guys want to talk about it? You know what? If I seen Gary Z, you know what I would do to Gary Z? But that's another story, because that's what happens to rapists. Are you still cool with the skin beef? Huh? You guys like hanging with skinners? Dudes that skin girls up? Huh? But you against Karen Reed? Why'd you shave your beard, Krowski? You hiding too? Because your boy Gary grew a beard and was running through the North End. And you shaved yours off. Funny how that works out, huh? Clowns. Clowns. Common sense would dictate she didn't do it. I mean, that's the thing, man. You get fired up because it's insane how they're just leaving a whole portion of the trial out. There's so many different directions we could go. And it's kind of like, Hank, I don't even know if he's meaning to do this, but it's kind of like the stage is set for us, right? But like, what do you use? There's so much to use. What do you use?
Right.
Like, we were sitting in a room right now, me, you, the three, Yannetti, Tupac is Yannetti, Alan Jackson's is an assassin, and Alessi's doing 5,000 push-ups, eating fucking pistachios and Greek yogurt. And you're sitting with these three dudes, and then you got Little telling everybody to calm the fuck down, and then you got Karen reading encyclopedias and shit. You got this crazy crew. What do you do? Like, what do you use first? There's so much. There's the 911 calls, the guy, the man. There's the throwing the phones in dumpsters. There's Higgins. There's Julie with the donuts. There's Tristan, who don't remember nothing. Then there's Lucky, who didn't see a body. Then you got Nagel, who drove by. I'm missing more shit too.
I hear there's 60 witnesses that the defense is going to call. 60. And I think they just added 4 on the beginning of this week.
I can't get over Welcher saying that he can't say John O'Keefe has no broken bones because of the medical examiner didn't take x-rays. What the fuck is he talking about? An autopsy? Shake my head. I Venmo for the live 6'9". Thank you, TG. Absolutely. I can't wait to see you, girl. Can't wait to meet you. Can't wait to meet every last one of y'all. I'm a little hyped up right now. I drank the Ghost a little too late. During the day, I can handle it. At nighttime, it hits me different.
I got a science project for Welch.
Yeah, you got the Welch. You got the Welches. Of all things you could have had, there you go. Oh, you got a science. Oh, you flipped it. You got the Ghost Welch. Oh, hold on a minute. He's about.
Watch this.
Do it. Oh man, here we go. Judson Welcher. He's got the great Ghost.
You ready? You ready, Judson?
Oh shit, son.
Well, let me use a little force. Let me use a little force. Ready? Are you ready? Watch it. It's gonna change colors.
Let's go.
Oh.
Wow. We got the world on our shoulders. Demons in my head.
Demons in my head. I think the sky's falling. I'm all in my head. I just want to kiss the sky.
Right.
I want to live my life for better or worse. You know what I mean?
Let's go. Some J.F.K. for everybody.
On my shoulders. Wow. For real.
Yeah, J.F.K, y'all.
ATG.
Yeah. Got the world on my shoulders, demons in my head. I think the sky's falling. I'm all in my head. I just wanna kiss the sky. I wanna lay in the dirt. I wanna live my life for better or worse. For better or worse. Yeah. For better or worse. Trying to be better than the last year that passed. Doesn't count when you're a piece of shit. Living life fast, trying to be unselfish and think about others. My mother, all my sisters and my brother. Tell my little girl that I love her. Not biological or pathological, but I follow the path that I swear that I grew. But I swear too, always cussing, spazzing and bugging. Been to the top of the mountain, came back with nothing, so fuck them. I never had a trophy, no hated fucks to coach me. Stayed in the box and my mother was the only one that wrote me. You know better than me from Bushwick Ave to Franklin Street. Going up and out with a dad, it's sad, it's just bullshit to me. I don't listen to Kanye and the Wet, but I listen to Project Pat, some Nas and some 3-6. This is that real shit, for whatever it's worth. My family comes first. They say it gets better before it gets any worse. Church. I'm in 24/ever. Rainy days, cold weathers, no cheddar, no heathers, no soul, just stretches. And these thirsty air detectives doing anything to catch us, cause they heard we was flipping like kids on the mattress. Roll up this blunt, turn my weed into ashes. Look myself in the mirror like you's a dirty bastard. That don't even matter, so please leave the chapter before I capture the rapture. Turn around and slap ya. Everybody in my city loves to hate on the one who's bringing prosperity like the lost son. So you might win some, but you just lost one. Now the price only depends on what it costs.
Let's go. Let's drop it like this. Yo, listen. You gotta understand. We run this shit. Let's take them up to 39,000 real quick. I go by the name of J.F.K.
There we go.
And you know how it goes. Long game is. Let's go. You know, don't mistake what I say, don't mistake what I say. This whole game's fucked up, man. And some people mistake your passion,
Yep.
And I got passion for this because we know what's right. And honestly, when you really put it all together, in that Dedham Superior Courthouse, Norfolk Superior Courthouse, the love is gone. The love is gone. There's no love. It's either win or lose. The love is gone. There's no passion. Some people can mistake the passion as hate and mistake the passion as, because you're so you got tunnel vision. And people say, damn, he's hating or he ain't got no love because your eyes on the prize. But there's no passion in what's going on there. What you see there is just the love is gone. It's gone. I mean, what can you do, man? The love is gone. Once again, I go by the name of J.F.K. Message from the flight deck. The love is gone. Free Karen Green. R.I.P. Officer John O'Keefe. Let's go. It's gone, son. The love is gone. Am I a hater? Am I a hater when I say? Am I hating when I say the love is gone? Right, Chevy Kev? We haters when we say the love is gone? What can you do?
Him? Could I have tagged him in the knee and incapacitated him? Could I have tagged him in the knee? I said, could I have hit him? Did I hit him?
How could that have been? I mean, you dropped him off at the house.
What else could have been? It was howling wind. I had YouTube blasting on the stereo, and I thought, did he somehow try to flag me down, which was the reaction I was hoping to garner as I slowly pulled away from the house. Did he come out and maybe trip or bend over to pick up his cell phone, and I ran over his foot, and then he passed out drunk? I mean, I didn't think I hit him, but could I have clipped him?
How could that have been? I mean, you dropped him off at the house.
Your Honor, I brought a hat. That was the one I used in my testing. May I put it on and demonstrate something?
Nah, you can't put that hat on, bro.
If you would like a sidebar, or I can.
Are you objecting?
Man. But that's what they're trying to do, man. They're trying to paint this picture. We know what really happened. We came on here tonight, me and Kevy Kev, to talk to the people. Kevy Kev, talk to them some more, brother.
Yeah. I think we're gonna see another day of Alessi ripping into this dude. But it's just a shame because I feel like this guy just, he's got access to the whole case. He's reading,
the script.
He's reading the script, these reports, and he's just, he's adding it, and then unless he seemed to call him out on that, it's just like he's adding all these theories and diagnoses into his clips and into his whole fucking shit. It's not like he it's not like he's doing what he's supposed to be doing.
Making changes, man. Congrats to your son. Making changes. Congrats to your son.
He's talking about throwing, doing experiments with these cadaver dolls. dropping them from, I
And
think
he didn't get to the part yet. He didn't even get to the part yet where he says, "Is it possible that if you got hit in the back of your head, that's tomorrow, that's today. What time is it? Close to it. Yeah,
he
5 more minutes is today."
yeah, he talked about there was no X-rays of John's arm. I
Right.
mean,
That's part of the script. Because if Hank Brennan says it, right, it sounds fucked up, right?
it
It
does.
sounds like, what I mean? But hey, you say it. You put that over.
Yep.
You said it. You're the expert. You said it. And that's all this is. This is just a way to rub it's a game, man. It's a script. And they're doing everything just to keep everything quiet. I mean, at least Lally had some type of, Lally really believed these people, obviously.
Yeah.
Hank obviously does not believe Big Bad Brian A, Higgins, and the rest of the crew. He doesn't believe in them. Because if he did, he would bring them he would bring them up. If he knew without a shadow of a doubt they weren't dirty, why wouldn't he bring them up? Because they're going to bring them up. Why didn't you? He wants to cross them up and he's trying to cross them up and he's going to try to rehabilitate them. He's going to try to cross them up. He's going to try to make them seem real good. He's going to say, no, you went to there to move cars and this and that. But it's just crazy. I mean, the last couple of days, like Kelly Hill said, it's just been like a whole different trial. It's like I'm in La La Land. It's like, you forgot all about the waterfall for a minute. And wait till that comes back up and that starts unfolding again. It's like a whole different thing. And we're going to end with that. So hopefully we end with that and the acquittals on the horizon. And guys like you from Aperture, and it's just not going to age well. I mean,
No.
we could do a story about the Blue Man forever, man. Like you're going to be known as the guy who dressed up like John O'Keefe to try to convince the jury. If I dress up like this guy, dress up like this man, and make it seem like, this really happened, put the visual in their head. That was the plan. The plan wasn't like I'm a fucking engineer. The plan was to do a reenactment and put it in their head that this is a possibility.
Yeah.
And you guys did it 300,000. I mean, you guys could have did it better than that. But nobody else wants to touch that. So you sold your soul. You ever see the movie? What's the movie, man? With Al Pacino and Keanu Reeves. He's the devil and shit.
Oh, the lawyers. Yeah.
They're lawyers. Yeah. Straight devil, man.
Forget what the name of that movie was. That was a great movie, bro.
Devil's Advocate.
That was a great fucking movie.
I got that too. I got that little video clip, I think, somewhere. I used that as a video clip once. Let me find it. See if I can find that.
Hank was hired to protect all them anyways, bro. That shit, that fucking rabbit hole and how they're all tied together and shit. That shit, that shit's, trying to be brushed under the rug,
Words
bro.
to you. Maybe it was your time to lose. You didn't think so. Lose? I don't lose. I win. I win. I'm a lawyer. That's my job. That's what I do. I rest my case. Vanity is definitely my favorite sin. Kevin, it's so basic. Self-love, the all-natural opiate.
There you go.
Yep.
I've been saying this shit for a minute, man. Selling your soul to the devil, man. You got to put that shit to the side, man. You got to see it for what it is, man. The timeline that you guys created doesn't even make any sense, man.
And and I don't think Hank's going to be ready for any of this shit either. He's hoping that he's going to get shut. I almost feel like Hank's been trying to set this up for the judge to just be like, bang, like just not see anything other than what Hank's feeding them. You know.
It's getting there, man. We're almost there, bro. Right now we're just, we're circling. We're 8,000 feet. We're circling. We got to take it down. And but yeah, you're right. It's when it's our time. It's like, what do you do? There's so much it's so much to unload on these people. Like, how are they going to do it? Who's going to be the first person? Who's going to be the second? How are they going to line it all up?
Well,
and there's nothing Hank can do. Hank can just sit back.
Well, see,
You had
remember,
your shot, bro. You had your shot. You know what I mean, Hank? You did your thing. We've been sitting back, letting you run your mouth, put this dude on there. Can I wear a hat? I'm dressing up like John O'Keefe, and no way an arm can break and all that crazy shit. Okay. That's it. Today it ends. Starts
Yep.
at what? No, today's a half day. So once again, they're stretching it out. So chances are, if it's a half day, they're gonna start at 10 a.m. and they're gonna end at 1. So not for nothing, if it's a half day, they might not even get over this dude today. This dude's gonna get it. He's probably gonna be on there until
she
today's
said
Thursday, right?
the judge says she don't want to keep him here any longer than he has to be. Now that's
Right.
some
But I'm saying tomorrow's a half day. They say they're gonna start at 10. So I mean, so let's just say he stays on there till 12, and then Hank's gonna bring him back up, and then they're gonna want to question. He ain't because 1 o'clock is when they break for lunch, and that's when they're gonna cut it. They're gonna cut it at 1 a.m. 1 o'clock.
They
So
said
he might still be here. I don't know. They might wrap it up, but
they
they might not. There's still a lot to do with that clown.
I don't know. I think unless he's got another full day of a whole nother angle with this shit that he's gonna come at him.
I mean, you know how he is. He's lining them up.
He is. I'll tell you, he's strategic. That's one thing about Alessi, man. He's fucking strategic. He's got this fucking plan, and he's just fucking laying it all out. He's rolling out the marbles so this fucking Hank can slip and slide all over the fucking place.
Shit is wild.
It is
crazy.
It is, man. And I'll tell you,
Are they there on Friday? Is there court on Friday? Is there a half day tomorrow and then no court on Friday? Is that what's happening? No, there's court on Friday. They had all these breaks. It's got to be court on Friday, right?
I believe so. I believe it's a full week. I mean, you could tell that Bev did not want to be there any later than 4 o'clock. I mean, here we say again, there's a lady's life on the line.
Unless he said he's only halfway, he'll still be crossing on Monday. I think we have a full day Friday. Marvin Hagler, J.F.K. What up, brother? Half day tomorrow, due to a jury having an appointment they were told they'd be able to make.
Yep.
Well, that's good to know. Fun size with the information. Juror with an appointment tomorrow afternoon. What do you think Karen's night's like right now? People in the chat, all my long gamers. What do you think Karen's doing right now? Is she sleeping? You think she's sleeping or is she up? How many people think she's sleeping? How many people think she's awake right now?
She could have JFK under the pillow listening to this shit.
Oh, she jumped in the chat a couple times. Sleepless, working. She's deaf awake. She's awake. She's studying.
It's got to be pretty tiring for her, though.
That's what I'm saying, right? She's up. Karen, are you out there? If you're out there, man, throw a peace sign up, Karen, if you're watching us.
Hi, Karen.
She's fighting for her life.
She is.
Joanna, she's awake. Becky G, Free Karen Reed. Hi, Karen, if you're out there. They're all in the war room. Awake, tossing and turning, restless, pouring herself into documents. They're in the war room, Marquez said. For sure. She's working. She's working too. She hasn't slept since 2022.
Remember, though, she said that her sleep is very important.
She did say that. That's
You
a
know?
fact.
You know, and a woman like that, you know, she's trying to get that 8 hours, that 9 hours of sleep, you know?
Yep. Unless he only sleeps like 1.8 hours a night. He's doing push-ups right now.
Yeah.
I'm so ready for the defense to start. You're damn right. We all are, you know. We all are. The shit show, it's just embarrassing. The shit show. I mean, watching this is just embarrassing. To think that they would stoop down to this level. You know what I'm saying? You know, like the fact that he said he had no dog in the fight.
Ooh.
300,000, you got a dog in the fight, my dude.
And there was a
And then you
dog involved, and there was a dog involved in this fight.
Based on all the evidence you considered, could you share with the jury what your opinion is to a reasonable degree of engineering certainty about whether the defendant's Lexus struck Mr. O'Keefe on January 29, 2022, around 12:32 a.m.?
Objection, Your Honor.
Going to 11.
look, how many times you think they've been over this?
I can answer. Yes, based on the totality of the evidence, DNA, everything I've talked about, that is consistent with that happening with a reasonable degree of scientific certainty. That is what happened.
Objection, move to strike, Your Honor.
So I'm going to strike that. I'm going to
That is crazy that he got that in.
And she let it come in.
Yes, based on the totality of the evidence, DNA, everything I've talked about, that is consistent with that happening with a reasonable degree of scientific certainty. That is what happened.
I thought you said you had no dog in the fight, bro. That's what happened? Because you put paint on your arm and you put on fucking John O'Keefe's hat?
Fucking danced
Do you know
around.
who danced around? You didn't even get hit by the truck, man. If you know what happened, why don't you go in front of that truck at 24 miles per hour, man? 300,000. You can buy a new arm for 100K, right? You'll be all right. I mean, come on, man. Come on, man. You didn't put that dummy in front of that truck. 300,000, that's the best you could come up with is paint on a fucking bumper, man. Man, what's his name? Be in trouble, man. Had the fake arm and all that. And that arm was broken. Matter of fact, let's do that. Hold on a minute. Let me find that for a second. Be in trouble, man. Where you at, Be in Trouble?
You out there?
Be in Trouble did his experiment, right? And the arm broke. Remember that shit?
Yeah. Yeah, he held that shit out. He held that shit out and hit the car. I think he fucking threw it at the fucking car one
I mean,
time.
for 300,000, I mean, for 300K, I mean, they should have hired him.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
This right here. He had it right here. The shit got 36,000 views, bro. Hold on a second. Let me subscribe to him. First and foremost, I just subscribed to Be in Trouble. I wasn't subscribed. My bad, Be in Trouble. I wasn't even subscribed, bro. I fucked up. My bad, my brother. I just subscribed though. But I've been on it with Be in Trouble's my guy. I'm trying to find which one. He's got also Karen Reed. He did something 12 hours ago. He's got 8,000 subscribers, Be in Trouble. Damn, Be in Trouble. You you moving on up, huh, buddy? Where's the He's got a lot of videos. I'm trying to find the one. Yeah, this is the one right here.
Great reenactments, some great videos, man.
He did a lot better than this fucking guy.
Give it up to be. Yeah, give it up, man, for him. Fucking be in trouble, bro.
Wait a minute. That's he made a video. I'm trying to find. It said it will be out tonight. Which one is it though? Karen retrial, first nail in the coffin, arm versus tail light, 20 miles per hour.
Here we go. Here we go.
Let me see. So you mean to tell me? Let me share the screen real quick. You mean to tell me for $300,000 they did some paint shit? Our man be in trouble. Right here, drop this. Oh, matched.
God damn! I thought the shit was gonna hit me.
Right on this corner piece, I hit about right here. But if I would have gotten a higher hit, it might not have busted it at all. It would have cracked it, but it wouldn't have broke that whole section off the bottom. But I've got the bottom reinforced. Got the sides reinforced. I've got the top reinforced. Might do another one just because I've got the arm and I'm here. Look at the bone that's broken. I broke both arms, or both bones. And here's Buddy's arm.
Buddy's arm.
He's got a cracked, broken elbow.
God damn, they fucked Buddy up.
Fuck.
Those two bones in the
Your Honor, I've
forearm.
got a hat. That was the one I used in my testing. May I put it on and demonstrate something?
Mr. Lessie,
If you would like a sidebar, or I can.
are you objecting?
I am objecting.
That's sustained. No, you can't.
Your Honor, I brought a hat. That was the one I used in my testing. May I put it on and demonstrate something?
You can't wear your hat, motherfucker, man. They broke Buddy's arm, bro.
It was just from the impact. His wrist is broken. The bone dislocated. It's gone. Nipple damage.
God damn.
God damn.
Hang your head and cry. What can you do when the love you love is no more?
Yeah, they broke Buddy's arm, man. Your love is gone, buddy. God damn, son. Be in trouble, my man.
That was a great flick.
Hey, J.F.K, have you seen any Lexus rockets in flight tonight? Nah, I haven't seen none. Not tonight.
I know. Did you hear?
Probably no court on Friday as it's Memorial Day, which may have off, even though they have observed Memorial Day off, which was the past Monday. My birthday is Memorial. Huh? So there is no court Friday? I mean, but yo, here's the thing though. It did break. That tail light broke at 25 miles per hour. It didn't break into 42 pieces though, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
What do you feel? Do you feel that the tail light broke in that driveway? Is it a possibility that it didn't break in that driveway? I'm just saying, like,
That I got a little thought on that shit. Is like, see, I don't know if it was all right. I got an older car, steel bumpers. Yo, if I back into your shit, I'm denting your shit. These, you got rubber bumper covers and shit. They flex. You know what I'm saying? That shit can take a fucking hit and they come out. Like, they did not line those cars up the way that was. I mean, they had that car almost like, like it was gonna it was like this. You know what I'm saying? When it should have been more like, she backed out of that yard and hit the tail light. They had that shit like this, like she backed out right next to the shit. That's fucked up. These bumper covers on these newer cars, especially a big SUV like that shit's all bumper cover in the back. There ain't no, you know what I'm saying? It's all bumper cover. Same shit with John's truck.
Right.
You don't have a big ass steel bumper with a fucking trailer hitch on it. You ain't moving that. But if two cars like that are at the right angle, those fucking bumper covers will flex. That Lexus taillight, that shit's fucking hanging off the back of that car. It's like overhanging. You drop, if you just drop the fucking disclaimer. If there's carpenters out there, shit, you drop a plumb bob from that shit. All right, with a string.
What the fuck did you call that shit? Oh, what did you just call that?
Disclaimer. A plumb bob.
A what?
God damn, man. You got me smiling.
Yo, what the fuck? Yeah. Oh, man. God damn, man. It's a fucking LX 570 at 39,000, son. Oh, shit, son. I just seen an LX 570 fly by me at 39,000.
Plumb bob, bro.
Woo! That shit just sounds mad funny, man.
What
It's called what is it?
It's called a plumb bob, man. Piece of string.
Oh, man.
God
J.F.K.
damn.
Damn, Kevin Kev. All right, brother. Take it away. I'll slow it down. All right, brother.
Like if take a piece of string and hang it off the back of that fucking tail light, that shit's fucking
hang it off. What? God damn, what are we hanging a plumb bob off of? A plumb bob? Yeah. Oh, shit. What do you think? You think that?
I want to know what I think, man. God damn.
Oh, man.
What I'm trying to say is that tail light, when when you're looking at the back of that SUV,
true,
that tail light's, it's bumped out. It's extended over. When you're looking down at the ground from that tail light, you're looking right past that bumper, bro.
Right.
The tail lights are up here, the bumper's down here. It's just crazy.
Well, listen.
But what I'm trying to say is, there's ways to measure. You know what I'm saying? something that's true. You know.
What are we mentioning? Yo, you need to calm the fuck down, son. Holy shit. We're going to be live in Lynn, Massachusetts. We're going to be live in Lynn, Massachusetts, live podcast, meet and greet, 196 Franklin Street, June 9, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. J.F.K, Kevy Kev, James Jackson. Goddamn, Kevy Kev, you need to calm the fuck down, man. Holy shit.
Your Honor, I brought a hat. That was the one I used in my testing. May I put it on and demonstrate something?
Mr. Lessie?
Well, listen, man, we've been rocking for 2 hours and 16 minutes. I go by the name of J.F.K.
Kevy Kev.
Man, Kevy Kev held us down tonight, man. It was a great show, another great one.
Yeah.
And we'll be back at it tomorrow night, most likely Friday night. Well, no, tomorrow's Thursday. Today's Thursday, so
Hope
Thursday
to see you
night.
guys.
Yeah, we'll try to get it together. And I appreciate everybody
196 Franklin Street.
Yeah. So we're gonna keep promoting that, and hopefully we just, we'll get a head count, and we'll know in the next week exactly how many people are gonna be showing up. Count everybody up, and we'll be planning on a great show. And I appreciate every last one of y'all. And if you're on the replay crew, we love you too. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to my man Kevy Kev too. He's getting his channel up there. Kevy Kev 781 right here. Kevy Kev 781. Make sure go subscribe to him ASAP. Go over there, man. Hit him up. We're trying to get him up to 1,000. We're trying to get him, get him some memberships and all that, and get him set off the right way. But I appreciate every last one of y'all, man, and we'll see you soon. Peace and love.
I got the world on my shoulders, demons in my head. I think the sky's falling. I'm all in my head. Right. I just want to kiss the sky. Right. I want to live my life for better or worse. You know what I mean? I got the world on my shoulders. Wow. For real. Yeah, JFK, y'all. ATG. Yeah. Got the world on my shoulders, demons in my head. I think the sky's falling. I'm all in my head. I just wanna kiss the sky. I wanna lay in the dirt. I wanna live my life for better or worse. For better or worse. Yeah. For better or worse. Trying to be better than the last year that passed. Doesn't count when you're a piece of shit. Living life fast, trying to be unselfish and think about others. My mother, all my sisters and my brother. Tell my little girl that I love her. Not biological or pathological, but I follow the path and I swear that I grew. But I swear too, always cussing, spazzing and bugging. Been to the top of the mountain, came back with nothing, so fuck them. I never had a trophy, no hating fucks to coach me. Stayed in the box and my mother was the only one that wrote me. You know better than me, from Bushwick Ave to Franklin Street. Growing up without with a dad, it's sad, it's just bullshit to me. I don't listen to Kanye and the Wet, but I listen to Party Pat, some Nas and some 3-6. This is that real shit, for whatever it's worth. My family comes first. They say it gets better before it gets any worse. Church. I'm in it forever, rainy days, cold weathers, no cheddar, no heathers, no soul, just stretches. And these thirsty air detectives doing anything to catch us, cause they heard we was flipping like kids on the mattress. Roll up this blunt, turn my weed into ashes, look